what's up, everyone? Welcome back. Jamie here with Dylan. WWE Royal Rumble 2023 predictions, and first time in a few years we've been hyped for a Royal Rumble. It's going to be a good show tonight, hopefully.
1 second.
And he's already got problems. He says he's ready, and then boom, you go live. He's not ready.
I've got with my pants down. Sorry.
Got his pants down, literally.
I'm filling time.
Tonight's card, we got 5 matches tonight, so Tony and the Khan could take some notes. You don't need a 10-match card. 5 matches is plenty.
10 matches.
No, we don't need 10 matches.
10 matches. Oh my god.
Obviously, 2 matches tonight at the Royal Rumble as well, though. But I know you got a little Wyatt there. Oh my days, man.
This setup is not professional. There we go. Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna kill someone. Jamie, I'm sorry. It's the first 5 minutes. No one's here yet. There we go.
What are your thoughts about tonight, Dylan? You hyped?
Oh my god. A chosen one's coming back.
Oh yeah, we'll get into that.
I'll let you know which one I'm talking about. This is not.
There's only one. He's the only one.
Yeah, this is not a Becky Lynch shirt if anyone's wondering.
I was thinking that before.
Like you said, like this is the hypest I've been for a Royal Rumble in what I want to say, like 4 years roughly.
At least 4, yeah.
You know what I mean? Since I've got all the numbers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, that's starting to think of my numbers for tonight.
No, I was referring to Diaz.
I know, yeah, but I'm starting to think of him because I thought we might as well announce him on the stream in case anyone wants to,
Yeah,
but
well,
I still don't know. I always choose 7. I always choose 7, but I don't know about the other 2.
Well, say if you want to know your numbers, promote it on your Instagram. Put it up as a story.
On my Instagram. But yeah, tonight's card though, I mean,
Gotta promote it.
There's probably one match I'm not really looking forward to, and that's the Alexa Bliss match. But even that, it's not gonna be like bad or anything. I'm just not really into it.
I'd say that and the fucking light out match, whatever.
Yeah, well, I'm interested to see what they do with that.
The one thing that I'm it's not that I'm not interested. I'm just really curious because they haven't hyped it up. Like the men's is more hyped up. The men's rumble is more hyped up than the women's. So I'm assuming that's an underplay. So like something big's gonna happen in the women's to oh my god, that's why they haven't promoted it because they do something really big. I'm hoping because I've got a lot of faith in Triple H.
It could be that, or it could be the lack of women. Like I'm sure we're gonna get a few women call ups from NXT as well, but.
Yeah, well,
do you even have 30 women on the roster on the main roster? I don't think they do.
I don't know. Like, I think that's like a problem. That's like something you can bring up to the bell. Is like, yeah, there's a reason why they don't show that many women's things because in the end they don't really have a lot of female talent, and they have a very limited talent.
There was no women at all on Raw we're talking about, but they've shown Trish Stratus, they've shown Lita, they've shown Becky Lynch, they've shown Charlotte, they've shown Asuka, they've shown Ronda Rousey. So they did show women. It's just the fellas didn't have any big moments, but it's a whole different story.
No.
But yeah, tonight's card, I've got it started off with the Women's Royal Rumble. I don't know if you agree with that or not, but I think they may as well start with the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yes, I'd say get that one because the women's title matches are going to be later on out there. Is it?
There's only one other women's match apart from this.
Oh right, not even
Charlotte's no, she's not defending unless they edit last minute. But right now it's not advertised.
Well, I'm assuming they're going to edit last minute because I thought the reason on Friday when we were watching it yesterday, so I'm going to give you the match next week. We went, well, no, do it on Rumble. Your match card isn't that full on Rumble anyway, so. Yeah,
but it allows more matches to breathe, doesn't it? And the Rumble each is going to be like 60 minutes each, aren't they? Probably.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Well, at 30 minutes, really.
Nah, it's going to be at least 45, but it depends, not
an hour for a Rumble.
It's around that. It's at least 40 to 50 minutes.
Yeah, but you've got 2 Rumble.
30 people coming out.
Yeah, but how long is this Rumble on for? I mean, the pay-per-view.
The full pay-per-view, I don't know, till 3:30, 4 o'clock maybe. I don't know.
Starts at 12.
Starts at 1, I think.
1? About 3 hours? No, that's 2, really.
I don't know, but so far for this women's match, we've only got 10 women announced. We've got Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Candice LeRae, Shayna Baszler, Zelina Vega, and Emma. So even judging from those names, Rhea Ripley obviously is the standout.
Already winning.
Yeah.
Depends because. And then who's Rhea going after? Because are they gonna give her? I'd assume she'd go after the SmackDown title. But
nah, it'd be Bianca Belair on Raw. That's my assumption anyway.
Yeah, but I thought they'd be building up for like Becky Lynch to have the Raw title so that her and Ronda can go for
Well,
it.
that's actually a good point. I'm guessing Becky and Bailey both will be inside the match as well, won't they?
Yeah.
So
But they didn't have that cage match, so I'm assuming that the women's elimination chamber is going to involve critical damage and Becky Lynch. Those are four I'm thinking of.
Damage control.
Damage, whatever. Critical damage. Critical damage sounds a lot better.
It does sound better, yeah.
I think that's a D&D show. I might be wrong.
You're Austin, welcome to the stream. How's it going? But yeah, go on. Elimination Chamber, the women, probably, yeah.
Yeah, I know we're going a month ahead, but like, you gotta think ahead to predict today. Like, I'm assuming those four are in it, and then like I'm assuming you probably might throw Rhea Ripley in there, just for that, you know.
It depends. If she wins the Royal Rumble, she don't need to be in there, does she?
No, but maybe it's a matter of like, well, if she wins this and she's got 2 title shots.
Yeah, I don't see him doing that.
Well, think about it. It's 2 nights.
SmackDown, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's 2 nights, isn't it? WrestleMania.
Yeah, it's 2 nights. Yeah, but
so you'd have the women's match. You'd have like the Wars women's match on one night, the women SmackDown on the other.
They're gonna push Rhea, yeah, but they're not gonna push that much. You need to.
No, I'm not saying they're gonna do that. I'm just saying like it helps promote her as like a legit threat. Like, well, she's already won one. So
here's the question though, because Rhea Ripley might not win because apparently Beth Phoenix is gonna be there. That's going to continue the feud, isn't it? Because Beth Phoenix got taken out a few months ago by Rhea Ripley. So.
Yeah, but I doubt. Well, Beth's definitely not winning it. But then they might go. That might be the other person going into the chamber to stop Ripley from getting that. To stop Rhea from getting that second chance at the title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, she wins that Rumble. Then she's like, oh, I'm gonna enter the chamber. I'm gonna win both belts. Beth Phoenix goes in there or whatever to stop her. That then leads, you know, on to after SmackDown or like night 2 of SmackDown if she wins the women's title.
Well, apart from Rhea, who else do you think is going to win? I'm going to say Becky and Bayley. They're the only other two I can think of, really.
Becky will, so that they can lead to what, and she might challenge on her chamber. And if she does that, if she wins tonight, and she goes into chamber, then they might start the Becky Lynch and Ronda feud just to get it out of the way, just so that we can have it, you know, in the books.
Because Ronda's not champion anymore, is she? So.
Yeah, but if Becky's champion as a face,
she wins it in the chamber.
Yeah, she wins it at chamber, not in the chamber.
I'm saying Becky wins the Royal Rumble tonight.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She wins Royal Rumble, but she doesn't challenge at WrestleMania.
You need to let this elimination chamber thing go. It seems like everything you say is going back to the chamber. It's like if they win the Royal Rumble, they don't have to go inside the chamber.
Not the chamber, the pay-per-view elimination chamber.
What? So she puts the title shot on the line?
No, she goes. She says, "I don't want it. I don't want to go. I don't want my title shot at WrestleMania. I want it at chamber."
Why would anyone say that?
Sooner the better.
WrestleMania.
I know, but then you're going in there with the title, and then.
But it's a bigger moment to win the title on the biggest stage of them all.
True, but I'm trying to think, like, don't they still want to do, like, are they going to wait another year for Ronda and Becky?
No, apparently they're not going to do that much. They've soured on it.
All right, then, okay, then fuck me, I guess. I'm the only one who wants to see it.
Yo, WXT Productions, welcome to the stream. I have Cody or The Rock winning, and I think Sammy and Kevin will be the Usos. Yeah, that seems whereabouts to go, and we'll talk more about that in a bit, but... Yeah, I mean, especially with the news that Roman apparently is going to main event tonight, so something big's going to go down.
I'm saying it. I think like because they're not doing the Ronda thing, it's gotta be Rhea Ripley winning.
Yeah, she's the obvious choice, but I mean, if it isn't her and like Beth Phoenix costing a match or whatever, then let's go through these names again. Like apart from Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan, maybe I guess like. Don't want Shayna Baszler. I don't think she's gonna win.
She's doing stuff with Ronda. I think they might be throwing after. Wouldn't they go after the women's tag team?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. So unless there's a surprise like NXT, I don't watch NXT.
I was literally about to say like we don't know anything about who's coming up from NXT. We'll have to wait to hear from Nathan. He'll probably know.
But yeah, my picks. What about you? Apart from Rio, who else do you think could win?
Becky is a possibility in Bayley. I think those are the only 3 contenders.
True.
Ideally.
True. Next match, we got the match that Dylan's looking forward to the most: the pitch black match, Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight. All we know about this match, apparently, it's no rules, like no DQ or anything like that. But we have no idea, like, what's it gonna be exactly.
Call it.
Yeah, you might start picking it up.
I said, call it call it a no rules fucking match. No DQ.
Yeah, but there's gonna be no lights though. It's gonna be the.
Everyone push the fucking cell phones. I swear to God, I'm gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh. I'm gonna load up Master Duel. I'm just gonna play while I'll let you guys commentate or watch. I'm literally. If it goes more than fucking 15 minutes to 20 minutes,
Nah, it won't be that long. I'm guessing it's gonna be like a 9 to 10 minute match.
Oh, I don't know with the amount of fucking.
So, you know what? I throw it out loosely. It might not even be a match. It might be like a cinematic, like backstage thing. Like who knows? Like
That is fucking pointless. Then like you've been building up Bray Wyatt's return, and then like you're building up this match, only for him not to actually have an actual match in the event, just to be a cinematical match. You know what I mean? I will never like Bray Wyatt.
I'm a big Bray Wyatt fan, but I do agree. Like he needed to wrestle a while ago. This has been dragging out for.
I'm never going to be a Bray Wyatt fan. It's clearly not for me.
Fair enough. Not everything's for everyone. Fair enough, man.
But like I see this shit happen, and I can't understand why people who are fans of it still back in like.
No, I agree 100%. You should have wrestled a while ago. This has just been dragging on now. Like, I'm curious to see where to go with it, but it's like you're a wrestler. You should be wrestling.
You know what I mean? It's not just that. It's like they're already going back to the fucking Fiend and fun aspect. Like, well, I thought this was a new game. I thought this was a new thing. Like, I thought you don't want to go back to that literally during your first few weeks of your return. You haven't got like two or three big main feuds behind you. Or
if you're looking at it from Triple H's point of view, like the Fiend was a big merch seller, wasn't it? So he's probably gonna want that,
Yeah, but you want to build that. You want people to like.
I guess you could make the argument that's what they've been doing for the past 3 months, but
Yeah, but he's not wrestled.
Yeah, that's the problem. He's not wrestled once at all.
I say this all the time, like wrestling in this sense, not like real wrestling, but like this wrestling, WWE kind of shit. Like it's a two formula faction. You know what I mean? You got your promo work on your mic, and you've got in-ring match storytelling. Like those are the things you can't have one without the other.
You can't just have the promos and not lead to anything, because then it's just you talking every week and nothing's
You know what I mean? And I hate that fucking thing on Botchamania, but you talk too much.
Yeah, but that's more calling it. That's like John Cena calling spots, and that's you talk.
No, I'm just saying
loud.
Yeah, but no, I'm just saying like he talks too much. Like he talks too much and that does no matches.
True.
And then the whole thing with the Undertaker soured me even more. I'm like, okay, I gotta do big spooky guys, but he's done nothing to earn other than being a spooky guy, being like
they did have that match a few years ago. That was like fucking 10 years ago now. Holy shit! Jesus Christ, man.
I just. Like,
I know, Bray Wyatt's not for you. I get it.
I've understood in the past why people like Bray Wyatt. You know what I mean? Different strokes, different folks, and all that. But at this moment in time, I just don't understand why people still back him. You know what I mean? I guess it's just you like what he used to be like. Like with me and Moxley, I like what he used to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's part of that as well for me. But also, he's a great promo. He can talk. I mean, it's not necessarily leading to somewhere, but he can talk. So that's why I'm still invested. But I understand. I agree with it. Like, you should have wrestled a while ago, man. And tonight, would you count it? Say tonight you're inside the ring, but all the lights are off. That's not technically wrestling, is it? You know what I mean? Where, like, we're only going to see like bits and pieces or whatever. I don't fucking know what they're going to do. I don't know.
It seems like this is some sort of remnant of, because I don't understand why Triple H would allow this. It seems like a remnant of.
He's probably laid it all out, hasn't he? So they know where they're going with it. So it's like, we need to do this to,
This gimmick seems like something Tony Khan's cooked up.
No.
This match idea is such a Tony Khan fucking move.
Yeah, but if this was in AEW, Pitch Black would basically mean, we're going to turn the lights off and it's not a part of the show, is it? You know what I mean? That's what that would do,
and all the Gloomers would absolutely love it for some reason. Oh, I can't see what's going on. That's great.
I can't see what's going on.
Well, except for the ones who watch it for the ref, they're like, "Oh, I can't see the ref. I don't like this."
Oh yeah, where's the referee? How am I supposed to know what's going on? I think Bray Wyatt's probably gonna win, but
fucking shocker if he loses. I'm out.
Well, you never know. Uncle Howdy could cost him the match.
No. If Uncle Howdy costs him the match, even worse. I'm gonna be like, right. No Bray Wyatt fan has anywhere to stand with me when it comes to this. If he loses, either because LA Knight is better. Or if Uncle Howdy comes out, I'll die in this hill. I know the people. I know there's a man out there, a ginger man who will fight me to the death on this. I will die on this hill.
People
that
have been
happens,
fantasy booking saying it's going to be Uncle Howdy versus Bray Wyatt at WrestleMania.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Like, but again, it's like
happen, then he might cost them tonight.
Yeah, but it's too soon for it's just too soon for them to be doing this. You know what I mean?
So like, to be doing what?
Like, bringing up because it seems like the story is Uncle Howdy's trying to get him to become the Fiend again, and
at least and he doesn't want to.
He doesn't want to, but you've literally only been back for a hot minute. You haven't even shown us that you're a different person than who you were. Only in your promo work are you shown, and even then, it's kind of the same sort of stuff. Then you go straight back to Firefly Funhouse, and then you oh shit, the computer seemed to glitch like Bray Wyatt was about to go up. I better stop talking. Let's just move on.
Let's just move on because this next match we got Bianca Belair defending the title against Alexa Bliss, and this sort of blends into the Bray Wyatt thing again because Uncle Howard has been interacting with Alexa, and they're teasing the dark side again, which I don't want them to do, but they're clearly gonna do.
Right, you want that spooky I don't know what the correct term is for the Undertaker motif in wrestling, like what's
supernatural.
Yeah, like your female supernatural star. You've got Rhea Ripley in Judgment Day. Like, why are you not using her? She suits it so much more than Alexa Bliss. That's
what's weird, isn't it? Because Edge apparently left because they was going to do supernatural stuff for Judgment Day. They never actually did it though. They're not supernatural at all. They're just goths, really.
No, they are not hunting things, saving people, doing the family business.
No.
Well, one of them's doing the family business.
Oh yeah, one of them is ex-con Don.
Ex-con Dom.
Yeah, that's what Balor called him. Ex-con Dom. But yeah, back to this match though. Bianca Belair, I do like her. She is a good wrestler. I know you don't. I know. But what about Alexa Bliss? What do you think of Alexa Bliss?
I think Alexa Bliss is really good when she's not doing this stupid shit.
Yeah, I agree. I think she should go back to the goddess gimmick, but Bianca's gonna win. She's gonna keep the title. I don't think Alexa's winning tonight.
It's one of these things with there's very. It seems we're at crossroads with wrestling, with female wrestling, where it's not great. I'm struggling to find the good female wrestling matches because I do like it. I do like it. I mean, for people to say women matches are just a piss break away. I'm like, no, the only difference in between a women's match and a men's match is literally the gender. It's all about story, realistically.
Yeah, true. It's all about story, yeah.
And the talent.
But, I mean, they've got the talent there. It's just the storyline right now, isn't there? Which obviously after tonight it's probably going to change because if Rhea Ripley wins Royal Rumble,
it's the same problem with AEW. They seem to have a limited pool of actual talent to use in terms of who's good.
I'd say AEW is even worse because they've got 3 talent. WWE've got at least 5 or 6, probably more if you count them.
Yeah, you're right there. But if you're comparing those numbers and then you compare those numbers to the male roster, it's still equally small no matter what.
See, but even on the male side, let's look at WWE. Main eventers, we've got Roman, Cody, I guess, yeah.
Kevin Owens,
yeah.
Did you want to put Orton in there still?
When he's wrestling, he would be, yeah. Brock Lesnar's another one.
Bobby Lashley, I'd put in there.
Yeah, he's on that. I guess Seth Rollins by that point
as
well, really.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's kind of hard
to
think.
Wyatt,
really,
it's not my guy, but
I'd say I guess, man. But then again, like you said, what's he done since he's been back?
No, but I mean just in general because you're looking at his whole career, he is a main event.
Yeah, if we're talking about name value, then yeah, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, well, you're talking about right now, right here.
Switch to AEW, we've got
Mox,
MJF.
Kenny, MJF, Daniel Bryan,
and then
Ricky Starks.
I won't put Ricky Starks on the same level as them. He's on his way, but right now, no.
Yeah, that's really it. You had CM Punk, and that was your biggest.
So it's sort of the same as the women, really, isn't it? If you think about it.
Yeah. AEW is suffering no matter what, but
it's just a wrestling business problem in general. Stars, it's hard to create stars these days, really, isn't it?
I know. I don't. It's not a matter of it being hard. I think it's a matter of picking when and who to push. You've had loads of opportunities to push like to go to AEW because it's a really easy comparison. You had loads of times to push someone like Hangman Page, Ricky Starks, Sammy Guevara, Mario Garcia, Darby Allin. You've had all these opportunities to really push them onto that main event roster, and you've not took it. So it's not like the art stars out there they haven't given them the shot to take.
True.
Samoa Joe.
Look on WWE side, like really
Joe.
building up right now. We've got Solo Sikoa, which they've done a perfect job with Solo.
I'm going to put Sami Zayn in there.
Sami Zayn, yeah, because he's never actually been a main eventer if you think about it. Gunther's rarely, yeah. Lashley as well, the way they presented him the past few months.
I want to say... I'm thinking now. I had a name. I just lost it. Oh, Austin Theory is slowly.
Yeah, Austin Theory, yeah.
That like they used to have the Miz. I don't know whether they're going to try.
And then on the women, you got Rhea Ripley, Charlotte, I guess.
Ronda Rousey,
even though she's kind of cooled down a little bit in terms of momentum.
Bailey always got
Bailey, yeah. So I mean, if you break it down, it seems like the men and women in terms of star power, it's sort of even. In a way.
But I'm saying like they have more in reserve to build in the men's section to get to that level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true. And also the men have the head start as well, don't they? They got more,
Oh yeah, I think they naturally get ahead because like wrestling is a more male-dominated field.
And what if you look 15 years ago, they were still called divas, weren't they, and shit? So
yeah, But yeah, it just seems like we've gone off we're out of the renaissance of women's good wrestling, and we're in a really dark fucking time. I think. Well, not real dark time, but a dark time.
Yeah. But I feel like if it carries on through WrestleMania, yeah. But I feel like tonight's going to be the starting point of something, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Like even if you've got 6, 7, decent female wrestlers, you know what I mean. I'm not talking about your Becky Lynch, I'm talking like you've got Sonya Deville, you've got a few others in that sort of like almost mid tier. You know what I mean. If you start building them up to past WrestleMania, then I think we've got one show with a good women's division that we can watch.
True.
I do
That's
like
the good thing about the Rumble match. Like you could build more than one star, can't you? Because obviously you've got the person who wins. You can have someone who can last for ages and eliminate people, and
you got the one that the crowd get behind. So there's always that one that the crowd doesn't naturally get behind.
So they've got potential to make like 2 or 3 stars technically tonight if they think about it. So
yeah, which I think is really good about putting Rumble with, like the first pay-per-view of the year. It's sort of like it gives you it helps give you a starting point in your booking for 12 months. To like
it sets the stage. Doesn't it?
I mean, you're booking to WrestleMania, which is one of the best things that we have in wrestling. Is that road?
True. Now we're going to talk about the men's Royal Rumble because apparently tonight Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens is the main event, so we'll talk about that in a bit. But the men's Royal Rumble, we've already got quite a few names announced, even more on this match card here. We'll go through them real quick. Obviously we got Cody Rhodes, Brock Lesnar, Seth Rollins, Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, Sheamus, Omos, Braun
Strowman in there.
Baron Corbin, Escobar, Rey Mysterio, Karrion Kross, Kofi Kingston.
Corbin's another one going up to main event, I think, very soon.
Yeah, they have partnered him with JBL. Ricochet, Judgment Day, Elias, Street Profits, Otis Gable, Madcap, and Gargano. I didn't count all that, but that seems at least 20 names right there.
So then you got those 20. They're 20 names. Then we've got at least 5 legends, if not less.
Yeah.
And we got 5, maybe from NXT, maybe Shock returns.
Maybe, yeah.
Actually, I think I might limit the legends to maybe we might get 3 legends.
Yeah, 2 or 3 maybe.
Yeah. Like I'm thinking like something stupid. Maybe I don't know.
One of them I'm gonna call right now. I think Rob Van Dam could make a one-time appearance.
I would like that. That'd be cool. You could throw him in NXT, Rob Van Dam. He'd work with the young talent.
What do you think about him announcing Cody early instead of it being a surprise?
Right, I would have preferred the surprise, but if you're trying to promote people to buy your pay-per-view, it is your best thing because it's like he doesn't sell like CM Punk sold out an arena and got 1 million views on a rumor that he's going to be there. Cody will give you good numbers if you tell people he's going to be there.
Case in point, last night at the fan experience, whatever you call it, they sold out Cody shirts already sold out.
Yeah, that's like that automatically told you there. So like from a business standpoint, from like being a booker, that is your play. That is the play you want. You tell people like this guy who you've been waiting for, this guy who was away from us, the lost son, the wayward boy has returned home.
Came back and then got injured and still wrestled as
well. And then he still wrestled, like and he's doing it for his dad. He's gonna win the belt that his dad, who's a legend.
Yeah, it is a really good story, 100%.
Is he second generation wrestler? Yeah, he's a second generation. He's second generation. He was a part of a great faction with Randy Orton. He took on the DX.
Oh shit, that's a shame. Imagine if Randy Orton was in it. We could sort of get like a legacy reunion in a way.
Yeah, who was the other guy that was in Legacy?
Ted DiBiase, his son.
It's a shame that he isn't a good wrestler, because that would be a great way to bring him back.
Yeah, that would be a really good thing.
I don't know. Yeah, is Orton still injured?
Yeah, he's still injured. We still don't know when he's going to be back. I doubt he returns tonight. I don't think he's going to be cleared. The last thing I heard was SummerSlam. He's going to miss WrestleMania, so...
Yeah, it's a shame, because... Well, that's a shame, but I think we might see something in the future then. Maybe SummerSlam Survivor Series.
Yeah, there's the potential they can... Especially if Cody's champion by then as well. Like, that would be a good feud, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and especially if they're still going to stick with... Well, depending on if Matt Riddle ever actually manages to come back. If they're going to do that with... Because if you can't have Matt Riddle be a heel with Randy Orton...
No, well, that's how you turn Orton heel, isn't it? You have him turn on Riddle.
Yes, but like before you turn him heel, you never turn Cody heel. He's like your new big baby face.
Yeah, true.
So that'd be a great way to have like not a permanent faction, but like a made up faction for Survivor Series. You want to like take on whatever big faction's taking over the company at that time.
But we've got to talk about the elephant in the room, because everyone's favourite reporter Dave Meltzer's online trying to stir the pot. He's trying to say that Sami Zayn is going to be in the same situation as Daniel Bryan, 10 years ago now, or 9 years ago? The crowd revolted against Batista and they all wanted Daniel Bryan. That is not happening tonight. Because like you said, Cody's the perfect babyface. Like, there's no one booing him. And the fans aren't like they were back then. Like, since then, AEW's came around and all that shit. Like, it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, like I think this is why I hate Meltzer a lot, and why I kind of like Jim Cornette. Jim Cornette also understands that people evolve and fucking change.
Yeah,
the crowd, audiences change. Like basic principles don't change. It does like what we like and what we don't like. We like to see the hero overcome a villain and stuff like that. But when you like you said, like why would the crowd do that all of a sudden? Like
they have no reason to.
Like
it's just Dave still being angry against Cody for leaving AEW. I think that's what it is, really.
Like, if you got stock in AEW, like, are you stock? Like,
the rumor always was Tony paid him. He was on the payroll, so who knows?
No, he's not on the payroll. The fucking Young Bucks. He's on the payroll in one sense. Like, he has 2 dickheads feeding him information because he hides a lot of his fucking information behind a paywall. And the Glue Eaters want to know this shit. They pay him. So, like, if he didn't have that inside information, he wouldn't be able to put it behind a paywall. He wouldn't get the Glue Eaters to pay.
That's the thing, but they pay him, and then they instantly go and post whatever he says online. So it's like,
yeah.
But yeah, back to the Sami Zayn situation. Obviously, I've been saying for months, I hope Sami's the one to beat Roman. But if you don't win the Royal Rumble tonight, then I'm fine with Cody winning. I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck WWE, blah, blah, blah. Cody makes the perfect sense. But so does Sami in a way with the bloodline stuff. But,
yeah.
That's what makes it good. There's more than one person who can win.
You know what I mean? Like, and there's always been that. There's always been that in Rumbles from all the years I remember watching it. It's like there's always been like 1 or 2 guys who like these guys have to win. Like these guys, if they're telling this story, like this is the story that they have to tell. This is a good story to tell. Then he has to win. One of these 2 guys has to win, or whatever. This story has to be told. Like when Cena like returned years ago for like number 30, didn't he?
Yeah, 2008.
Yeah, he didn't win that one, did he?
Yeah, he won it. Yeah.
Yeah, like that. He came in and it's like, well, he has to win because he has to like.
Yeah, I was surprised we didn't know going in that he was going to be in it, but
Yeah.
I'll throw this out there though. Like, obviously, Cody and Sami are the 2 favorites, and obviously the betting websites are saying Stone Cold. I'm not going to say that. I think Seth Rollins.
are they saying Stone Cold?
Well,
Like,
it could be rumors backstage, and also he is working out. He's getting into shape for something, but
yeah, maybe he wants to be healthy. Like he doesn't necessarily have to like.
They were saying apparently he got offered a big money match against Roman for WrestleMania.
Yeah,
but
but
those
by
are the
who?
reports last week.
By who?
What, who offered the money, or who reported it?
Who offered him the money?
Well, Triple H would have.
Yeah, but was this George Triple H's tenure or was Vince still in
It was
charge?
literally last week.
No, I wouldn't believe those rumors. I wouldn't.
I don't believe them. I'm just saying what they say.
No, I automatically wouldn't believe it because Triple H wouldn't do that. He'd be like, why would I want Stone Cold to be?
Oh yeah, I agree. I don't understand why
Hey.
Stone Cold versus Roman. That don't make any sense, really.
Like, I've been saying it a while now. This fucking shit is easy, but it ain't fucking stupid.
Yeah, true. No, obviously you would bring Stone Cold in for a match, but not for the title against Roman. That doesn't make any sense.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you building there? Oh, I beat your cousin. I can beat you. Or like, it's not like in terms of like who out wrestled who. The Stone Cold's got it over the Rock. So if Roman beats Rock, by but thereby factor like Roman is better than the Rock because he's able to really beat. Like, no, it doesn't make sense. Like, if you try to look at it in various, like I'm trying to look at it in different angles, and it's like I'm not seeing what people are seeing.
Like I said, I could see it making sense if Roman beats The Rock on one night and then beats Stone Cold on the other night. That's the only thing I could think of. Even
that doesn't make sense because then why are you just bringing Stone Cold to lose? Like, I know you're never going to bring it back in, just so Roman can have it. Yeah, but Roman's like it does nothing for Roman. Like you could say, beating The Rock does nothing for Roman. What does beating Stone Cold do for Roman Reigns?
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Like, what does that do? Like, he beat two guys that have been feuding for years and have got the greatest matches in wrestling history. Okay, like they all depends on is the match as good as their match is if he has it with them separately. Like that's it makes no sense. It honestly doesn't. Like I said, it's Cody's winning. Steph's a wild card, and Sami's next in line. That Rumble.
I'd flip that. I'd say Cody, Sami, and Seth.
No, I'd say like Cody's the wild, Steph's the wild card. I mean, he's first is Cody, second is Sami.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Yeah, I think we might see Stone Cold as an entrance inside the Royal Rumble or whatever, but I don't think he's going to win it.
I don't think he's going to be there at all. I don't see why he would.
I'm just going off why the odds to fucking putting him as third favourite to win. I mean, he has to be inside the match to win, doesn't he?
I don't know. Like he might do something at WrestleMania against someone.
Yeah, maybe. But then the question is who?
Like he did with Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that was good. But then you can't do Kevin Owens again.
I don't think Kevin Owens, but like maybe there's someone else. Like maybe a mixed tag match or something. Tag match. I don't know why I said mixed.
I don't know.
Ignore the mixed thing. That didn't make sense. I don't know why I said it.
But apart from the obvious three choices, who else do you think could potentially win the Men's Royal Rumble?
That's it.
I'm going to throw this out there. I know Triple H won't do it, but there's a potential that Brock Lesnar could. It is there, that small potential. He did win last year, I know. But,
yeah, but I think they're brewing up between him and Lashley.
But I hope it's him versus Gunther at WrestleMania. That would be pretty sweet.
Like I was thinking Gunther would be...
Because you could start it tonight if Gunther eliminates Brock from the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, but if Gunther wins the Rumble, though, that'd be really cool.
That would be a good push for him, but he's already IC champion, and it's like I don't think he's going to face Roman, is he? I don't see that happening.
Well, you could do it as like champ versus champ, even though IC champion was.
No, yeah.
To be fair to Gunther, he's bringing a lot of prestige to the Intercontinental Championship. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is. True.
It means something. You know what I mean? So if he was to face Roman, the undisputed, champ for both brands, it sort of elevates. It might just elevate that Intercontinental Champion of like, oh, this is something. Because imagine if Roman winning at 3 belts.
Yeah, it'd be like we did it with Hogan and Warrior years ago, wasn't it? When Warrior was IC champion, Hogan's world, and they challenged each other. But I'd say Gunther might win next year. I don't think he would win this year.
I depending on what happens throughout the year, touch wood. No bad injuries, no nothing. Everything goes smooth. Yeah, I would 100%. At this time, I'd 100% say he's winning it next year at least.
Yeah, strong contender next year. Let's have a look at who's in it again, though.
Like Sheamus, I'm assuming tonight Sheamus and McIntyre are breaking up.
Well, they'll probably have one more match against the Vikings first, won't they? Before they break up. Which
they're going to be in the fucking Rumble, aren't they?
But the list I had before didn't mention them, but they could be.
Yeah, but there's 10 spots left.
Yeah, they could be in there. Yeah.
I might say
this list.
Actually, I'm gonna take away what I said before about being 3 like legends or old people. I don't think they're gonna do any legends.
They might do one. Probably one.
Who? Like who? Like Stone
like
Cold?
Said,
is
Rob
that?
Van Dam? Well, yeah, Stone Cold would count as a legend. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna do right, Rob Van Dam. Yeah, I'd accept that one. But like, I think it'd be really cool if you didn't bring anyone old back in. It'd be like the first time. Like, it would be kind of like one of the.
Like, yeah, but the thing about Rumble, like, not necessarily old people. You do need like a surprise there, don't you? Like a return or a debut or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, like with Edge a few years ago.
Yeah. So I'm guessing it'll be something to do with NXT, but then again, I don't watch NXT, so that won't really affect me that much. But
it's just a shame they can't get Joe out of his contract. Like Joe can't. Like Joe isn't a free agent or something.
Oh yeah, but like we said last week or the week before, once he is, he's going straight back to Triple H, 100%.
Like I just can't, because I could feel like I think Tony tricked Joe like Tony tricked Jericho into taking the Ring of Honor TV title.
Yeah.
Joe would probably assumed, I'm going to be on like Ring of Honor TV, which would be really cool. Ring of Honor's good, and I want to promote Ring of Honor like
and his history there as well.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, so you probably went with that thinking, oh yeah, no, I'd love to build it on TV, and then like didn't get the TV deal. I think he's like, right, okay, he's a classy bloke. He's not gonna be lazy. He's not gonna stay at home. He's not gonna do an Andrade. You know what I mean? He's gonna go work, make his money, keep his name, on prestige, keep himself out in the wrestling zeitgeist of people, fans. So that when it's contract over, it's like, right, oh no, I'm ready to come back, Paul. Put me in coach.
Here's a question for you. I just thought, what if Triple H took over from Vince in, was it 2021? Before Punk and Bryan and all that came in. Do you think AEW would be, well, obviously it'd be different now, but do you think it'd still be the same, or do you think,
Oh, it'd be different, because Bryan would have stayed.
Yeah.
Definitely Bryan would have stayed. You wouldn't have lost Regal, so Bryan Regal would have stayed.
Wouldn't have lost Joe either.
You wouldn't have lost Joe.
You wouldn't have lost Swerve or Keith.
Yeah, you got 5 already. Adam Cole.
Yeah, Adam Cole.
I'm trying to think who else then. That's really it, really.
Yeah, it'd pretty much just be homegrown talent in AEW at that point, wouldn't it, really? Apart from Moxley and Jericho.
Yeah. Jericho would never go back.
No.
So, Mox probably would have been I think Mox might still go back, because it's not
Vince.
It's not Vince.
Yeah.
From what I heard, he has a good relationship with Paul.
Well, he did join the Shield one time, so
Yeah. and I think Cody would have gone back sooner, maybe.
Probably, yeah, maybe. But then again, we don't know if maybe it was Vince's call to bring Cody back. Because Vince was still in charge then.
Yeah, but who's the one that you're going to send to get Cody? You're going to send you're Vince McMahon. You've kind of screwed Cody and his family over the years. Who's the person you're going to send to speak to him? Is it going to be yourself? You're going to send Paul,
Yeah, true. Especially with what Cody said, like, he's his favorite wrestler and all.
Yeah, not only that, Triple H did a lot for Dusty, like getting him the job working in development, NXT and all that. And it's one of the reasons why Cody holds a lot of respect for Triple H. He admires him for helping his dad out and helping the family out, really. So would you as Vince McMahon, you'd make the call, you try to show that you're the big guy wants you, but you're sending someone with familiarity, who can pull the heartstrings. That's what I do. That's like.
And Triple H has done it in the past. He's the one who brought Ultimate Warrior back. He brought Bruno Sammartino back. So you are right in what you're saying. He was the guy who Vince censored, men fences and shit.
Yeah, because honestly, I'd like. From what I know with Triple H, he's he doesn't seem like he's a horrible person.
I mean, obviously back then when he was an active wrestler, there's stories, but since he's been, retired,
You know what I mean? I think he's realized, I gotta, if I'm gonna be in charge of this business, I'm gonna put the ego aside. Which now that I say that, maybe that there is that like you say, that chance that CM Punk could return, because I think CM Punk would probably return if he feels like Triple H is sincere enough.
Did you watch that video I sent before in the group chat, Seth Rollins?
No. I saw that
It was
yesterday. He called
today. Yeah, someone. It was that guy who Punk called out, the press scrum last year.
Yeah.
It was that guy interviewed Seth. The first question he asked him was like, "Would you ever want to see CM Punk back in WWE?" It's like, fucking hell, could you not at least wait for the end of the interview? That's your first question for the guy. Fucking hell.
Yeah, stop him from like walking away. Go, I haven't got time to answer that question. Like, get him straight away.
You could
Or like in the
have
middle.
breaker or something first, though. You know what I mean? Not straight into
Did
that.
did Seth say no? Fuck off. He's a cancer or something like that.
Yeah, he said, "I don't want him back. He's a cancer. I never liked him as a jerk."
I think he stayed in kayfabe because he wouldn't have said.
People have been saying that because even a few years ago he was
Why,
trying to campaign
why
for
would
a
he?
match.
Why would he use the word "he's a cancer" when it was the exact word because Jericho used it? So I think he's just saying that because it's like, Jericho said it. It's a good line. It'll get people riled up and it'll get people thinking. Like, Jeff is so fucking good. Like,
yeah, he is good. Yeah.
Like he was doing shit for a while, but that wasn't his fault. Let's give. He's working hard.
True. And especially that Fiend match, that wasn't his fault. That's where it all started going downhill, but that was Vince's booking, so...
This is not you! He's hit me with a giant mallet! This is a small sledgehammer! Fuck you! It's totally fair!
But yeah, this Royal Rumble match, I am hyped for it. Like we said, first time in years, it's going to be,
Like WrestleMania, we were excited last year, we were excited... I don't know if we were excited. I think last year was the first time we were excited for WrestleMania.
Yeah, I get the years confused, but was last year, since COVID, there were loud crowds? That was the year before, wasn't it? I think that was the year before.
No, that wasn't the year.
That was 2021.
No, that was the year before. Yeah, that was the year before. Yeah.
But last year's Mania was good, though.
Yeah, 21 wasn't great, from what I remember. I don't even think I watched it. But yeah, I think this is the first time, I think, in at least 7 years, maybe, that I'm excited for the road to WrestleMania.
Yeah, the road, because we don't even know where it's going. There's multiple different paths, which we haven't finished yet, so we've got to talk about the main event. We got Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens for the Universal Championship, and again, like, if this is main eventing, something big's going down.
Like you were just saying, like, the paths you can go down with this, like, there's like The Rock, there's Sami turning, there's Kevin Owens, like, just winning clean. There's Jimmy or Jay maybe turning. That Solo might do something. That Brock might come out and Paul might go with him. You know what I mean? There's all this. You know what I mean? There's all this, and maybe even more that we can't even see and we couldn't even predict.
Yeah.
Not Stone Cold. I'm
Stone Cold
really
involved in this. No.
I'm really. Well, actually, it's Kevin Owens.
Yeah, that's that loose thread, but
it's a loose thread. But is it loose enough that we took at it, a lot of stuff might come out.
But then, well, I guess it goes back to what you said before: the possible tag team, Stone Cold and Kevin Owens against Roman and
Rock,
I don't know.
The Rock, maybe. Like, yeah.
I don't know. Back to this match, like.
Amy, shut up. Can we go to that for a minute? Can we go there? Like, would you want to see that?
I don't see where the stuff, because then The Rock's gonna have to be guaranteed for the next WrestleMania, because you can't just have him tag with Roman and then not do.
I don't know whether it has to necessarily be at WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like,
SummerSlam at the least, but you can't do like a B pay-per-view, can you? Really?
No. Well, wait. We've got Chamber next. What have we got in March? Is
Nothing. It's just a gap between.
Maybe a special.
I don't know. But if say The Rock and Roman did tag team, you'd have to lead to the singles match after that. You can't just have them tag team.
Yeah, no, like they did with Cena and The Rock.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. I think that'd be a really good fucking thing to do. You know what I mean?
What do you think is going to happen tonight in this match? Because why is it in the main event? It has to be something big. Apart from obviously The Rock is the main choice in it.
Well, I spoke to you about this, and I'm sticking with it. I think it's not only my favorite idea that they should do. I think it's the best. It's like Jay, like something happens with Sami where Roman's not happy. Jay sticks up for him. Starts a feud. The Rock then comes out, protects both Sami and Jay. You know what I mean? Sort of says this. You're doing it wrong because you got it. Because even Roman's mentioned, I need to keep my anger in check. I need to keep myself cool. I need to be, the head of the table. If like he breaks, absolutely, demolishes maybe, those, Sami and Jay or whatever, and like brutally attacks them with a chair or whatever, The Rock comes out, it's like, oh, you gotta calm down, you gotta cool heads and all that, you know what I mean? And then you have like Superman punch the Rock on the floor, Roman both titles, I am the head of the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you lead to WrestleMania with that. Like,
I think something similar would happen. I think The Rock comes out to save Sami because the bloodline, all of them turn on Sami. No, I think Jey Uso turns on him as well. I think that's probably what's going to happen.
I don't know what they set up on Friday, and then
yeah, they did set up more. Yeah,
on
Raw
Monday,
as well.
like that big turn, like, and then the idea of him like, oh, you saw something good in me. That was a face turn if I ever saw one.
Yeah, that's the question I was asking myself. Like, what is the reason? And the only thing I keep thinking of is Sami helps Kevin win the title. That's big enough reason to turn on him, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
But
like, I just.
Or Sami screws up, Roman still wins, and then they turn on him because he messed up inside the
match.
match.
Either way, Roman's winning the match. That's a given in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say it's like 90%. There is a chance Kevin. Did they find that it's for both titles, or is it just for one? I don't know. Because if it's just for one title, I say the odds go up for Kevin winning a little bit.
The odds do go up, but I think it might be for one though. I'm assuming.
If it's for one, then yeah, I assume Roman's going to keep it. Because you wouldn't end the title reign tonight, would you? You'd end it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but like you said, you'd end it on Sunday at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd end it on Sunday because because I think Sunday's the real big match.
Yeah, it depends. If Roman's wrestling twice on Mania, then he has to win one night and then lose the next night, really. He can't lose both nights, can he?
Yeah, but like, would you have him lose the first night going in with a loss to win against The Rock?
I'd have him win the first night and lose the second night. Because like you said, I still count the last night as the main event.
Yeah,
it's two nights, but...
I don't want... Like, why would you put The Rock on the first night main event? Because that... Well, actually, that sells the first night.
The first night, yeah.
Sells the first night. Yeah, no, I think that's the option that you've clearly laid it out there. That's the path to go with now.
But again, like I said before, there's multiple different ways that can go, so that's what's exciting about it.
Yeah, but like, I feel like after this, it becomes a matter of like...
That becomes the chamber, because Sam was on the poster as well, and it's in Canada, so it's like,
Yeah, does he face Kevin Owens then? WrestleMania for the title?
Well,
if Kevin wins tonight, if he wins
tonight, he's gonna have to defend in the chamber, I think.
Yeah, but then does Sami? Then does he win there? And then who does he fit? Who does Sami? If Sami's in the post, he's probably winning.
Yeah, that's what I assume as well. But everyone's assuming it's going to be Kevin and Sami versus the Usos at WrestleMania, which would make sense in a way, wouldn't it? But at the same time,
you're relegating them down to tag team, which, to be fair, their tag team division does need work. And if you're going to send two people, I'd send Kevin Owens and Sami, because like the Usos are good, but like they
need help, don't they? It's just one team. You need other teams to face.
Yeah. And you can't keep having the Usos versus fucking New Day.
Street Profits on New Day and shit.
Yeah, the New Day become very old after that. They need a third man. They need Big Eva. But yeah, no. Like you said, there's like that's not even an option I even thought about there that you brought up. Like there's so many avenues to go down, and it is, like we've been saying, the best storyline on TV.
100% it is, yeah.
Like, I do mean TV. I'm not meaning all wrestling. I mean like in TV. Like, I am not watching any new TV shows at the moment. We
forgot one important detail. Remember, Roman said his final test is tonight. So what is the final test?
And he's not that.
Rumble, or is it helping him win?
He didn't want to see Sami on SmackDown until but he said, "I don't want to see you." He didn't technically see him.
Yeah, he wasn't there.
He never clarified. I don't want you at SmackDown at all. You are not to be at SmackDown. You do not show up at SmackDown one bit. You know what I mean? And does it become a matter of like
final test is though?
I don't know. I think it might be a trick. I think it might be like, I told you not to show up and you didn't do it. It's either you went there for the family. You did it for the family. That was the test. Make sure that that your loyalty was to the family, not necessarily to the. Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be angry about SmackDown. I'm saying like tonight. What's the final test? Is it involved in the Kevin Owens match, or people are saying maybe Sami enters the Royal Rumble?
Maybe it might be like, oh, you found like maybe when he beats Kevin Owens, it's like, well, I'm gonna end this KO problem. I need to like break his arm. they do the old chair
Oh,
squat.
yeah, and he says no or something like that. Yeah.
He goes no, and then maybe Jay sort of says like, "This is a bit too far. We've dealt with it." Or maybe maybe that's when Jay turns and goes, "What? Like after all this, you're still gonna do this?"
My theory could be Sami wins the Royal Rumble, and then Roman's like, "You got to give up your title shot," and then Sami says no, and then that leads to
That could be a possibility. Like I don't know.
It's
It's
gonna
so
be
good.
interesting.
It's very interesting. But like
very interesting.
I am 100% feeling The Rock is gonna be here because they haven't even announced. Because I don't know if they still do it or who's hosting WrestleMania, do they?
But they don't do it every year. They do it sometimes, but
Wouldn't Royal Rumble wouldn't tonight be a really good night to announce that he's gonna like if they start off the show with like, oh this is the road to WrestleMania, we've got a special announcement right now. Rock comes out, big cheers, and that helps lead towards why Roman wants to take on him. Like, you think you come here, you take these people, instead of go, like goes, people acknowledge me, and they like cheer out the Rock, and then the crowd, you know what I mean? You got such a good story to tell with these two.
true.
Like, who do the crowd love more, kind of thing? Who's the head of the table? Who's the best in the family? There's so much you can do with those two. If they don't do it this year, they're never gonna do it because
Yeah, I mean, not just the fact that it's in Hollywood as well. It's like both guys are getting older. Roman's on this title reign. Like, it's the perfect time this year. It really is.
Really is, yeah. But you're never gonna get The Rock like ever again after this year, and I think it's the perfect time to get him because his last movie didn't do so good, and his whole deal with DC or Warner Brothers for like his whole thing here was kind of based on how well Black Adam did, and it didn't do well, so he's kind of like scrounging well, now I don't want to really Warner Brothers aren't going to like continue with his deal from what I've heard. I might be wrong. But
so it's perfect time. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
So like it's perfect time for him to like have what 3 months to sort of like gather his career by doing wrestling. I'm not saying like wrestling, but you know what I mean. So not like he did. I'd hope he'd do more than what he did towards his WrestleMania with John Cena.
Oh, yeah,
maybe,
true.
He does the Brock Lesnar kind of contract, like he'll have 1 or 2 matches against.
Well, Roman's part-time now as well, isn't it? So I'm not expecting the feud to be like every week or anything like that.
Well, I think after WrestleMania, Roman might become full-time because he's only got 1 belt to worry about. That's been, I think, a big issue with him.
Yeah, it is.
Because if he's gonna be full-time, then he's gonna be full-time with 2 belts on 2 shows. Realistically, so he's put it down to halftime. So he's doing what the work he would be doing if he only was doing with 1 belt. You know what I mean? He was only on 1. If he's only on SmackDown as champ, that's why he went.
If you had to pick right now, who wins the Royal Rumble, and then what happens with Roman at WrestleMania, what are you going with?
Right, I'm saying now. Cody wins Rumble.
Yeah,
Cody wins. I don't know how he gets one of the titles, whatever. Maybe he beats. Maybe he does face Roman and beats him there. If they don't do the Seth thing, I think the Seth angle can wait until SummerSlam. I think that will promote SummerSlam a lot more if they lead towards Cody versus Seth at SummerSlam. So night 2, Cody beats Roman for the title. Be a good shot. Be a good title. I'm assuming something big happens. I'm saying I would actually put money on The Rock. That's how much faith I've got in The Rock showing up or doing something.
Yeah,
maybe not being there.
Well.
Maybe it's a video. Like maybe they can't actually physically get him there. Maybe it's a video or something. But like I think The Rock is definitely involved in some sense tonight. I definitely don't think with SAMI where it causes him to break from the bloodline start now. And I'm 50-50 on it being Jay going with him.
Yeah, I agree with everything you pretty much said. I think Cody wins Royal Rumble. Night 1 of WrestleMania, Roman beats The Rock. Actually, you can do it either way, I guess. Cody beats The Rock. Cody beats Roman, and then night 2, Roman beats The Rock. So he's still got 1 title, but he loses the other one to Cody.
Yeah, but like I think you hit the nail on the head with selling night 1 with him versus
The Rock.
And then you give Cody his WrestleMania moment.
Yeah, and then Cody wins the night 2. Yeah, that could happen as well. Yeah.
I mean, and then it's like, and then like you've got a really good set like going up towards like WrestleMania night 2 is where you have like Roman at the end of the match beating The Rock. He goes, I'm going in there in a win streak. I'm in God mode. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am the head of, you know what I mean? Like he's going into his second match against Cody on a high. He's like, you know what I mean? The higher he is, the bigger the fall. You know what I mean? There's a good story there that Cody can bring out within the match. But it also becomes a matter of like, it's a shame that you can't get Dustin and some of the Nightmare Factory to like back him up. You know, like you've got
Dustin's
the
contract's coming up. I don't know when, but it is possible, maybe.
You know what I mean? I only say Dustin because he's his brother. I can't think of anyone else. Like I wouldn't talk about GT Marshall. Maybe Matt Corona could come on assist him. They're good friends. You know what I mean? Like I don't know who else you'd say. Because you'd need some people to come back, you know, during that match if the bloodline is still together.
Actually, I think I know. Yeah, SAMI gets turned on tonight against the bloodline, and then Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. Not at WrestleMania. I mean the build-up. You know what I mean? Because Cody's gonna need backup, like you said, against the bloodline, and then them two make sense, don't they? Really?
Yeah, but then who you get? Who's going after Solo?
Drew McIntyre or Sheamus? I don't know.
Fuck off.
But there's a lot of people with history with the bloodline, and they've attacked everyone pretty much. So
maybe a new guy from NXT.
Maybe.
Was it Solo in NXT?
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Is there no one that he was like in a blood feud for ages and they got great matches out of that?
I don't know.
Suddenly appear at Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's possible. Maybe.
You know what I mean? You know, maybe him and Cody have a moment of them working together, but then someone eliminates him.
Oh, think about that. Do you think any of the bloodline apart from Summer will be inside the Royal Rumble?
No.
No? You don't think Roman might send them out there, but like, you know, guarantee the title shot for the bloodline or some shit?
Maybe send out. He might keep Jay back if he's angry about, you know, calling in Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's like, you know, you made a decision without confirming with the head of the table. You know, I already made plans or whatever. So he might send Thingy out.
Jimmy.
Solo might be in the Rumble. I'd put Solo.
Yeah, I'd say Solo might eliminate a few people as well. Have a dominating,
you want to bring up,
performance.
you know what I mean? Because wasn't there a big moment with Umaga like during his Royal Rumble?
Yeah, I think the first one he had. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe they're gonna try and capture that magic.
Maybe. But we'll just quickly go through the card because we're pretty much wrapping up. The Women's Royal Rumble, I think we both agree it's going to be Rhea Ripley in it. That's the most obvious choice.
I think we've both agreed on both Rumbles who's winning.
Yeah. Bray Wyatt's obviously winning the lights out match. Don't really want to talk about it anymore. Bianca Belair versus Alexa. I think we're both going with Bianca, aren't we?
I'd want Alexa to win just because I don't like Bianca. Like, we didn't even talk about that really. I'm not interested in the match in general really. So
I think Bianca wins and then it's Rhea versus Bianca at WrestleMania.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Let's go with that because I don't.
And in the men's Royal Rumble, like we said, Cody Rhodes most probably. I would love Sami Zayn to win and Seth Rollins maybe, but Cody Rhodes seems
Seth
like
Rollins, you know, Charlie D.
I've seen the people online, like, it's probably the glue eaters AEW, and it's like, oh, it's so predictable Cody's going to win. It's like, yeah, so what? Predictable doesn't mean bad. Look at AEW's booking. You know he's going to win every single match. That's predictable.
and it's not even guaranteed.
No, it's not guaranteed. And even if it is, it's the perfect, like we said before.
He's the fan favourite. Like, I have 100% backing that he's going to win. But that me saying 100% he's going to win doesn't mean shit in the general scheme of things. I am not in AEW. I am not in the meeting with Paul and Shay, you know, Sean and everyone saying, right, you know, Cody's definitely winning, right? Is that 100%? And they're all going, No, I'm not in there. We're not in there.
No,
I mean, I'm just saying that because
you just look at the story. It makes sense, doesn't it? It's the perfect story, really.
Oh, like it's the analogy of like, you know, when a mystery writer is writing a book and he leaves all the clues to it being the maid, and suddenly because he goes, oh, the readers are going to know it's the maid that killed this person, and suddenly for some reason changes it to the butler in the last minute and then retcons everything. Like no, that's not good storytelling. Like you're purposely leaving these clues so that we can follow along. If we're able to predict what's going on, you know, as it's going along, that's good because it means the clues that you've left had made sense and they've stuck with us. You know what I mean? Like it's not a terrible thing. You don't want us going. I still don't know who's gonna be the one to do the thing with the thing.
Yeah, if they were booking it, they'd like fucking Baron Corbin win or something just out of nowhere, and it's like what?
And it's not like we're saying, oh, you know, Cody's the only one that's winning. Like we've already said, Sammy's a possibility number 2.
Yeah, I said
wild card.
It's 50-50, isn't it? Sammy or Cody could win, really.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And I'm throwing in wild card, you know.
I love how we all assume Sammy, but he's not even been confirmed for the match yet. He might not even be inside the match.
True. Again, true. You know what I mean? And we've got 10 people we don't know about.
Yeah. At least 10, maybe more, maybe like, because you always do that storyline where, you know, someone gets attacked before they come out.
Yeah, maybe Nia Jax suddenly returns and whatever.
Oh, yeah, fucking hell. I mean, that is actually a possibility in the women's Royal
Tamina,
Rumble.
we haven't even talked about Tamina being one of the best, you know.
Is she even in it?
You know, nobody's been in
it, but she should be. Because I don't see Natalia either. I'm guessing she will be. And Lacey Evans and all that.
Oh,
I know.
Don't bring that up.
Yeah, anything else you want to talk about? I'm hyped for tonight, man. It's going to be a good show.
Well, we didn't really discuss the whole the Kevin Owens Stone Cold versus Rock and Roman.
Well, yeah, we just thought
we did,
of it, all, didn't we?
Yeah, but like, is this a good time to fully go into what we could think about? Or maybe we leave that for like our own personal video.
I guess we'd have to wait and see what happens tonight, but
I'm just saying there's a good storyline where it's like, you know, you want to be
if you do that, what happens to Sami Zayn?
True. I don't know. He's backstage, but I'm saying for that match, like the story for that match, maybe is mostly focused on the Rock and Roman. So like maybe like the story's like the Rock's one who's pushing this match. He's like, no, we need to do this. It's like, no, I don't want to do this. Like, look, you want to be head of the table. You got to show me that we can do this. You know what I mean? That you can lead. Like you can keep anger under control. I don't know. Something.
See, I think it would work if you could get The Rock for more than one date, but I feel because The Rock's so limited, I don't think you could really, you know.
Yeah. I think it is all down to The Rock's schedule, which is
if you had him more, then that would be a really good story to tell. But
it's like I said, like it. What would be wrong with that being is a SmackDown match.
You pop a rating with that, especially with Stone Cold and The Rock in the match. Like fucking hell.
Especially with the lead up to WrestleMania, you're telling me you don't want to get that one last pop before WrestleMania. You know what I mean? Like the week before or the week of WrestleMania.
True. But yeah, tonight should be a good show. Hoping it will be.
Let's get ready to rumble.
It's Triple H's first Royal Rumble, so you know it's gonna be interesting.
First Royal to WrestleMania, so it's really gonna be interesting to see. And I'm excited because everything's perfect. Like the best storyline on TV for me at the moment has been the Bloodline.
True. I mean, even looking at the card, obviously there's some matches I'm interested in more than others, but it's 5 matches. There's nothing really to complain about.
Yeah,
really,
I haven't got to sit through like fucking, you know, quote unquote 10-minute classics with a zombie ref. You know what I mean? Like.
So yeah, man.
The ratio of matches I like to matches I dislike is like 5-2. Or whatever, you know what I mean? Whereas if it was fucking AEW, it'd be like, you know, there's 3 matches I like, but there's like 20 I hate.
Yeah, and you have to sit through most of it just to get to one of them. It's like fucking hell. But yeah, I guess we'll end it there. We'll discuss the Royal Rumble on Wednesday stream on AEW. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're new. Check out Dylan's social links down below. Hope you enjoyed the Royal Rumble. Until next week, peace out.